Hello, hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the Taurus 2021 yearly forecast. How are you doing? I hope you're very well. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're returning already, a huge thank you for supporting the channel. Taurus, your views for December's love reading were absolutely off the charts. So I'm hugely grateful to you. Thank you so much. So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, and we're going to be looking at what may be in store for you in 2021 in both love and career, Taurus. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please give me a like, that would make me extremely happy. Leave me a comment if you enjoy it, and also I have kind of invested in like a new, well, it's a small little microphone, but I'm hoping it will improve sound quality, as there were a few comments on other videos about not being able to hear me properly, so I hope you can hear me better now anyway. Let's get into it, Taurus. So I'm going to get some general messages for you first, and then we'll go into a main spread. So for Taurus, please get some general messages for Taurus for 2021. This is for Taurus, please. I nearly jumped, but not quite. There we go. Okay. Can we get one more, please, for Taurus? Thank you so much. Okay. All right, Taurus. So we have the Nine of Wands, the Sun, and the Hanged Man. Interesting combination. So with the Nine of Wands, this could be talking about being a little bit guarded, possibly feeling a bit wounded. This is like the Wounded Warrior card, having your defense up. I think that was like a theme of your December love reading as well. So you could have gone through some stuff in the past that has hurt you, potentially in love, I would say, usually. And when it comes to this kind of card, and you're feeling, feeling quite defensive. It is also a card of not giving up though, and being very determined to see something through. But we have the Sun next, which is beautiful energy. It's the happiest card. It is, some readers say it's the best card in the deck. So really love to see that for you. There's a lot of success, happiness, luck, good fortune, and kind of things being illuminated, like a new light being like let in and shining on what you're working on, and abundance growing as a result. So kind of like a sense of enlightenment I'm getting here about something, and it's helping you like grow a lot of abundance in your life. So let's see, we have the Hanged Man as well, which is that sense of being stuck, kind of being left in limbo or on pause, kind of maybe needing to see things from someone else's perspective or see things from a different point of view. But definitely kind of, maybe you've been feeling like you've been in the same position for a while, and you really want things to get going, but there's potentially, with the Hangman, there is the need for further reflection before continuing and taking action, but we'll see. So let me get you some more general messages first. So for Taurus, please, can we get some more messages? Okay, cool. Can we get some more messages, please, for Taurus? For Taurus in 2021. All right. Yep. All right. So, interesting, Taurus. We have the Three of Cups here, which is talking about spending time with friends, enjoying the company of others, celebrating, having some fun. So you might be, friends may be quite important to you in 2021 in terms of giving you advice, or you might just be wanting to focus on your friendships, maybe putting more time into them, that kind of thing, and having some fun, obviously after quite a heavy 2020. With the Four of Pentacles, that is again feeling quite guarded, quite almost vulnerable here, I'm getting, and wanting to protect yourself, which I was getting here with the Nine of Wands as well. So you still maybe in that kind of protective mode around your heart, or also in terms of like money, you might be being quite cautious with spending this year. But let's see, with the Ace of Swords, I was talking about that with the illumination, the enlightenment, which allows you to bring more positivity into your life. And the Ace of Swords is very much about that. That is all about finding a new solution to maybe a problem that has been ongoing, that has left you stuck, finding some new answers, new way to deal with it. So that's looking very good. But let's get into your spread now. So I'm going to be asking about love and career in separate lines for you. I'm going to separate them out by the months as well. So with each 3 months, we'll see what's happening. Okay, so we can get the top 10 cards, please, for Taurus for their love and career spread. For Taurus, with the top 10 cards, please, what's happening for them in love and career in 2021. The spread for Taurus, please. Oh, nope. With the top 10 cards for Taurus, please. God. It's interesting. Sometimes the deck, when it's coming to the point where I need to stop, like turns like heavy, like I'm trying to shuffle through treacle. Anyway, so love, Taurus, January to March. Okay, April to June. All right, July to September. October to December. And the overall advice for love. Wow. Okay, in work, January to March. Great. April to June. July to September. Wow. October to December. Okay, and your overall advice. The Sun again. All right. So we have the Tower here, Taurus, under the bottom of the deck. And it looks like, I mean, we've got 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords coming up on this first layer. So it looks like you're going to be going through changes for sure. And might be a little bit tumultuous of a year in different ways. We'll see. This is very early on in the reading, but I'm just getting a sense that there are maybe some things you're going to have to work through which aren't going to be the easiest this year, but the Tower here is about a structure in your life kind of falling apart. It can not necessarily be a structure, but it can also be like a way of thinking about something. And with here, I always feel with this card, it's something that you may have been deceiving yourself about, the sense of self-deception with the mask. It's kind of like maybe something you've been telling yourself, even in your gut you knew it wasn't completely true. You're having that realization moment, and then that is kind of making things, how you thought things were going to go kind of crumble as you you are suddenly shockingly aware that you may have been deceiving yourself about something. It was behind that we have the Queen of Swords. That's air energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is it's quite sorrowful energy for me here. This character is someone who learns and from that wisdom that she gains through difficult experiences. She's been through a lot and she's learnt from it for sure, but she now knows the truth, but it can be quite a hard truth to acknowledge. She's very wise and intellectual, but she knows also when to end something or when she has to walk away from something, or like basically to cut something out of her life, which is not good for her. So we have the Six of Cups here. Interesting. This is talking about, it can be something from your past. It can be something that you're kind of missing or reminiscing about, quite sentimental about. So this could go a whole load of different ways. It could be a person that you're missing from the past, or something that you were very interested in when you were younger. It can also talk about children for sure, but not necessarily. But it's a very sweet, kind energy, very much like reminiscing over the past about something. Let's see. The bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups again, as in the earlier starting messages. So this can be certainly about friendship, enjoying the company of friends, going out and having drinks with people, in however way we can in all of our different places in the world, but, enjoying each other's company. It can also talk about there being someone with other people on the go, if we put it that way. It doesn't have to be a full-on third-party scenario, but just someone who's maybe enjoying the company of multiple people. So let's see. Okay, we've got the Five of Cups. All right, so this is about sadness and disappointment and regret. It's really, wallowing is too harsh, but it's definitely focusing on the things that have gone wrong and really being weighed down by that, feeling very sorrowful. Interesting. And then we have the Page of Wands here, which is a very flirtatious, light-hearted kind of energy. It's certainly messages, but it's like kind of sexual attraction. Yeah, very flirtatious, very, someone here is usually highly attracted to you with the Page of Wands, or you to them. It's interesting. It could be someone here with this Page of Wands and this Three of Cups. I'm kind of getting the sense that you might have been dealing with someone who was a bit of like, I don't want to say a player type, it's a bit strong for what we've got so far, but maybe someone who was very light-hearted. Maybe they were treating you as one of the many people they can have some fun with. Now this could be something you're now finding out, and that hence that the shocking realization with the Tower, and having to go into that kind of cold Queen of Swords energy, but not necessarily. So let's get some more. Let's get your next layer, and then I'll go through everything. So for Taurus, please, can we clarify the same spread with the top 10 cards, please, for Taurus in love and career in 2021. All right, interesting. The Two of Cups just decided to pop out there, which is a true love soulmate connection, or two people very much on the same page as each other. It's interesting that it just popped out. So that could be what is a focus for you in the year in some way. Maybe a very big connection is going to be at the forefront of your mind this year, Taurus. But let's see. Let's get some more clarification with the top 10 cards for Taurus, please. Jeez. All right. So in love, January to March. The world on top of the world. Okay. April to June. Okay. July to September. October to December. Wow. And the overall advice for love. We have the Sun again for the third time, Taurus. In work, January to March. Great. April to June. The Tower again. July to September. October to December. Wow. And the overall advice. The Six of Cups again. And that's the Death card here twice now as well. Okay. Huge, I would say huge transformation this year, Taurus. So at the bottom of this deck, we have the Six of Cups. This is talking about working as a team for me, and giving equally to investing equally, maybe equal sharing of responsibility. And yeah, definite teamwork is happening here to really build something substantial, or just working very, on a great page with your teammates. So that's very good. And Taurus, you are generally very good at doing that. So Nine of Pentacles as well, more earthy energy. This is someone very independent, self-sufficient. They've got it all going on. It is a single energy, but it doesn't have to be about that. Interestingly, I was doing Capricorn's reading, and this came up, but it felt more like this person just wants to work alone, and it's not so great in a team. But this is the first thing that came to my mind here, Taurus. You're going to be working very well in a team setting, so it just may be talking about in your workplace you're working very well as a team, and this is helping you to be very independent in yourself. You've got your money looks really good here, I have to say, with these two cards. Very successful, and you're being able to kind of like sustain yourself, sustain your home, your money. It's all very stable. Wow, and the Empress behind that. So that is Venusian energy, so a card of Venus, but some readers say it's also like got Taurus energy about it. It's just very loving, nurturing. She, really keeps a beautiful home. She like looks after those she loves. She likes to, I don't know, cook for those she loves, like really look after them. It's very caring and nurturing. Also, I'm getting this sense about, the Empress is the divine feminine. She's also like the mother of the deck. So again, we could be talking about if you have children, you're really going to be doing very well at work. And it's going to be, if this is a bizarre, very specific message that just came into my head. But if you're a single mother here, Taurus, you're going to be doing very well at work, and it's going to be helping you to really provide for those that you need to at home. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. Wow. So fiery energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, really go-getter here, really making things happen. This specifically for me is talking about the fact this is a phoenix energy. So it's bringing something back to life from the ashes, trying to reignite something. Now, whether you want that's you trying to bring something back to life or someone else, and whether you want that or not is a completely different story. But you could be dealing with a very passionate, energetic, exciting character this year. And this is also an entrepreneurial energy, so kind of a go-getter for sure. So that could apply to your, oh my God, that could apply to your workplace, I was going to say. Next to that, we have the Ace of Wands. Huge new beginning. And really creating the whole new life that you want, how you want your life to be going. This is, you can design it and you make it happen. Really passionate. I feel like this is actually kind of you, Taurus, here with this King of Wands. We'll get more info. But just really going after what you want and creating a whole new world for yourself. We have the Three of Cups again. So with this connection, we could also be looking at someone that you're dealing with. As we were talking at the bottom of the other deck, the Three of Cups was there too, who is very charming, very attractive. Maybe you're extremely attracted to them with this wand energy, but you might feel like there's, it's just a bit of fun, or they enjoy the company of many people. Is a really like lusty, all about the physical. I'm getting kind of energy here as well. But again, it could be you're actually creating something in your life with the help of friends. It could go a whole lot of different ways. You're going to know, I guess, when it comes up. So let's get into it. In your love life, Taurus, January, February to March, we have the World twice. So this is a huge time for you at the beginning of the year, where you'll be closing out old chapters in your life and starting new ones. If there wasn't clear enough clarification for anyone that's going to be happening, Taurus, it is you, with this being clarified on top of each other. Certain cycles in your life are going to be coming to an end so that new ones can begin. Now, obviously that can sometimes be a bit scary, but this is also, the World is a very beautiful energy for me. It is, it's a sense of completion, something coming to a close, and you get closure here as well on whatever is leaving your life at this time, and it can be new beautiful things are happening. Now, considering I haven't seen an ace yet on this spread, I wouldn't say necessarily you're going to feel that new start is going to be the catalyst. It may be more about something coming to an end, but it's just going to be a big shift for you in your life at the beginning of 2021. Hopefully the third layer will clarify that a bit more rather than just giving us the World card a third time, but we'll see. So in April, May and June, you may have feelings for someone at this time, Taurus. You may be really in love with someone, maybe wanting to show them how much like your feelings. You might want to express it, but for some reason you might be holding back, or you might be wondering if someone who is on your mind has feelings for you. But regardless, there's a sense of like mental torture here, a lot of worry and anxiety, overthinking, being kept up at night, even thinking about this. But I don't really see much action being taken. Even with the Knight of Cups is someone truly with honest love and affection in their hearts. They're not really taking action as such, more just that the love is truly there. So I feel, to be honest, at this time you're going to be very much in love with someone, but not maybe acting on it, possibly because you're not in a position to, but it's really going to be weighing heavy on your mind, your feelings for this person. So in July, August to September, we have a decision here. So we have this Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now, if this is you, Taurus, then this is you being, again, very much in love with someone. Deep, like your love has just gone even stronger from the Knight to the Queen of Cups. This is deep feeling and your love running very deeply for this person. Also, you may... I'm going to cough, sorry, so I'm really trying. Let me just get some water, maybe I can stifle it. Wait one sec. Okay, sorry, Taurus. So you may have a lot of feelings for this person. They may have grown even deeper, but you're indecisive about expressing it. So that could go one way. Another thing could be that this could be a decision that you need to make between two people, one of which could be this water sign, not necessarily. Or it could still be that you have a decision to make between two, a very difficult one that you're trying to avoid making. Maybe that's why it's causing you so much anxiety when those feelings start, because you're not in a position to act on it, and now those feelings have got even deeper, and this is a point where you know you need to make a decision, but you're trying very hard not to, because it would involve hurting one person or another. Let's see. In October to December, we have the Five of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So you might be feeling out in the cold in some sense. Things may be feeling pretty poor at this time in terms of love. You may be feeling a bit ignored or lonely even with this Five of Pentacles. It's kind of, not being looked after, I would say. So I'm sorry to see that. But the Wheel of Fortune is turning in terms of it's all about there's changes coming, but change is always happening. So if you're in a low point, know that change is going to be coming. The wheel will turn. You will be in a happier place again. Obviously, that means that, when you're in a happier place, sometimes there's going to be lows in the future. But with this combination, I kind of get the sense that you're feeling pretty alone, but change is coming at this point. So your overall advice, look at this. The Death card and the Sun. That is huge, Taurus. So there are going to be massive transformations in your love life this year. There may be a major ending with that Death card, and it may be difficult transition for sure. But with the Sun, there is success on the other side of it. The Death card is obviously, it is an end to old ways and the start of a new dawn, and there's that Sun coming out the other side. So I almost feel like you're going to go through quite a difficult ending in terms of love, but it almost be like then the Sun comes up and it's almost like you have like a rebirth. I'm getting it's that same kind of tower energy where maybe it's something you didn't want to have to face, but then when it falls apart, and you have to get into that cold Queen of Swords, like accepting that something has ending energy. But when that has happened, then you step out into the new day, and suddenly you have like this renewal of yourself, a lot of happiness, maybe even that enlightened feeling as well. So in work, January to March, very positive. Your value is really being recognized. You're really being noticed by others. That could be people that you work with, or potential, other employers, or even being recognized for a promotion potentially. Really getting the acknowledgement that you deserve. And with this Three of Wands, you're taking steps towards the future that you want to see when it comes to your work and career. So really getting noticed, and there is forward momentum here, and it's hard. It's you taking hard work as well. It's not like this is more like finally this is your hard work in the past is paying off. But this Three of Wands tells me that you're not going to stop. You're actually going to that's great, thank you, and then that's going to propel you, that kind of encourage you to work even harder to go after your goals. So in April, May and June, there is a bit of a shake-up, again with this Tower here as well. So there could be some sort of, again, huge, maybe some news that really rocks you in your work life. And with the High Priestess, this is telling you that at this time you're really going to have to use some spiritual understanding or inner wisdom on how to deal with this. It could be It could be something you intuitively felt might happen, I just heard. So you might be something that, yeah, that you knew this might happen. Oh, it's a really weird message. But yeah, maybe some part of you was like aware this was on a possibility, and your intuition was kind of right, and in an unfortunate way it would seem, and there's some sort of shocking, maybe chaos in your workplace perhaps. But with this is telling you that your intuition is bang on, and also you need to listen to that even more on how to deal with it. So in July, August and September, yeah, there is, it's a bit of a downtime in work. You're not really feeling like there's much you can say to alter maybe your career at this point. I almost feel like, now with others when this has come up, I felt like they might be missing an opportunity, but it's almost like I feel like you're the little bird in the corner here who's kind of being ignored by someone too distracted by other things, maybe in the company or whatever, or in your workplace, and you're not feeling like you're being listened to. You've got lots of ideas and you're kind of being ignored, interestingly, unfortunately. October to December, we have the Death card again, so huge change in your love life. I feel like huge change in work as well this year, Taurus. We have the Five of Wands, which is about conflict and competition and kind of pettiness and battles of ego. And, obviously these are ones that it's also make you stronger when you go through these things, but it's not that nice when you have to go through it in the first place. So this is definitely, it could even be like some sort of disagreement in the workplace that leads to an ending of a particular job. Now, that doesn't have to sound, I don't mean like, you have a falling out and then you get fired. Nothing like that. But I mean more, you might have some sort of massive disagreement with people in the workplace, or you might be set up in some sort of competition against your co-workers. And it may lead to some sort of ending. Maybe you see the kind of company that you're working for, or you kind of see behind some sort of curtain. Like you kind of get, again, this sense of like realization of, do I want to work here, or is this the kind of environment that I am comfortable in, or that I'm growing in? And there may be an ending here, but again, it's also a transformation. So a moment of big change, where something in your work life kind of comes to an end, but something new will have a chance to begin. Your advice, we have the Sun. So as much as there is huge change, Taurus, we've got repetition of the Death card and the Tower card, we have the Sun card in both areas as well. So your advice is there is some sort of good fortune shining on you here, Taurus, whatever is going on for you. I feel like also this could be talking about a light being shone on you, and your efforts are being recognized, and you're being able to grow, and abundance, kind of flourishing. You're flourishing, that's it. From that attention, like the warm glow of the sun. So there's a lot of positivity here. The Six of Cups, again, that's telling me that you may be receiving some sort of offer regarding maybe a job that kind of seemed out of reach in the past, or something that you tried to go for in the past and maybe they rejected you, or that it wasn't the right time, they had to turn you down for some reason. I feel like maybe that opportunity is actually going to be coming back in. So let's get your final layer of clarification in case there's any more messages on top of this. So can you clarify one more time, please, for Taurus for 2021, love and career? For Taurus, with the top 10 cards, please. So Taurus, of course, I just have to mention, this is a general 2021 forecast. It's not going to resonate with every Taurus out there, but I really hope you enjoy it. Please drop me a like if you do, and leave me a comment, as I said earlier. And obviously you might not know if this is going to resonate yet, but you can always check back and refer to it as the year goes on. And if it doesn't resonate, you can always check out your other placements for some more information. You might want to do that anyway. So The top 10 cards, please, for Taurus. Can we clarify again? The top 10 cards for Taurus. Taurus and, okay. So, in love, January to March. April to June. July to September. Okay, that's the big decision time. October to December. All right, and your overall advice. In work, January to March. April to June. There's the ace. July to September. October to December. Okay. And overall advice. Wow, amazing. Okay, bottom of this deck we have the Nine of Pentacles, which we've already seen once. So this is, as I've talked about already, it's very much an independent but very successful and abundant energy. It is here, it's you don't want to actually, this is specifically talking about not really closing off people that may be able to help you and going too lone wolf. So you are very successful here on your own. But this may be also be talking about there might be a time where you'd rather be single this year, or you're feeling like that, you don't want to actually be in a partnership for whatever reason, but we'll see. Wow, okay, so behind that we have the Two of Cups. So this is, which flipped when I was shuffling earlier, so this is a very strong union, partnership. It's a deeply loving spiritual connection between two people. So you could be facing a very strong connection with someone. I feel like it's that whole, that person that your feelings are growing for, but you don't feel like you can act on it. And maybe you're looking at this like, maybe I should just be single. I don't know. Let's see. The World card again. It had to show its face for the third time. So this, as I said, this is obviously about chapters in your life, starting and closing, but also about harmony, a true peace and harmony of all aspects of your life coming into balance with each other. It is talking about the soul. So what a combination. I mean, this is a very like loving World card as well. It's like it's like a yin and yang kind of energy of two different, maybe two quite different people really complementing each other. And there's this soul connection here as well. So it might be a question here of like, this is an amazing connection on a soul level that you're experiencing with someone this year, and you're wondering whether you should go for this or if it would be better to be single. That's not going to be for all of you. We have the Six of Cups again for a third time. So this could be someone that you knew in the past coming back into your life, someone that you missed or that you knew when you were a kid, even for some people. Again, there could be children involved, or just reminiscing about things that you had a lot of passion for in the past. Wow, so we have the Emperor, Aries energy here. This is interesting. This is someone who normally very bold, like a real leader, and very stubborn, control freak can be, like very much their way or the highway. But here, kind of like sat on the ground, it's a very humble emperor. It's like someone who doesn't necessarily feel completely worthy or like they're really ready for something. So again, this could be you. If I'm talking to my masculine Taurus out there, maybe not feeling like you are ready, or maybe even ready for children, possibly, or that could be someone that you're dealing with isn't ready for that. And then big decision time. And of course this is here with what's going on for you this year, Taurus. So the Judgment card, this can be like a moment of reckoning. It could also be a moment of reckoning in your relationship if maybe you want kids, because children, I've seen them several times already, and maybe the person that you're with actually isn't ready for that. So it could be a moment of reckoning in your relationship in that sense. Let's see. So in love, in January to March, is clarified by the Nine of Cups. So interestingly, she is actually holding a baby as well in her arms. So this could be a major moment where you might even be becoming a parent at this point of 2021. Obviously you will know that by now, by the time this video goes live, because you'll be quite pregnant. So if that is you, then congratulations, absolutely. But because I'm seeing a whole new chapter of your life here, and it's not necessarily talking about a new opportunity or a big ending. So maybe it's just you might be entering into a new chapter of actually having a little one, having a kid. So again, congratulations. If it's not about that, then it is talking about your wish fulfillment, your happiness. So that is what is relating to the chapters that are closing and starting. I've got to be honest, the strongest message that I keep shouting at me is you're going to be entering into becoming a parent, but that won't be for everyone. So if it's not that, as I said, it's about chapters in your life and about which relate to your happiness. So in April, May and June, as clarified by the Tower for a third time, Taurus, what a year. This is this Tower card is talking about a kind of an establishment in your life, whether that's an established commitment with a relationship or that kind of thing. Kind of the idea that if it crumbles, like, what will you do? So it could also be talking about if a relationship or something seems to kind of be crumbling here or falling apart, then this is with someone who you're very much in love with, possibly, and this is causing you a lot of anxious thought. Maybe you're worried that this is falling apart and you really love them. And this Tower card is someone who adapts to that like disastrous seeming change and really comes out a warrior and is a really strong fighter out of the other side of it. But I'm getting more strongly that there is someone that your feelings are growing for at this time. You're not in a position to act on it. It's really causing you a lot of sleepless nights as a result, and you feel like if I were to act on it, it would kind of destroy everything that I've worked to build so far. And would I come out the other side? So let's see. In July, August and September is clarified by the Magician. Now this Magician is specifically talking about decision time. This is very decisive, taking action. It's also like about that sense of rebirth and reigniting something. It's like that Phoenix energy yet again. But for me here, it is a big decision that you're making. It's maybe a very difficult one. You may want to try and avoid making it for some time, but you know you have to make it. And look, just the way that there's so much fire here around that Two of Swords and here, I feel like it may involve, it's quite like a destructive decision, but it's one you know you have to make because of the feelings that you have. So in October to December, it's going to be quite a tricky time, and probably because you've had to make that big decision, you're going to maybe be feeling left out. I've just noticed that this person is holding a baby again. So I don't want to bang on about this. Obviously, it's not going to resonate for everyone, but it might be by the end of the year, maybe you and your little one, because I was getting that single mother energy earlier as well. Anyway. Whoever is not pregnant out there is going to be like, shut up about the baby thing. But I'm just getting it very strongly. By the end of the year, some of you may be, facing being a single mother, shockingly, with like a new child, and feeling very worried about where that leaves you with money-wise, being out in the cold. But know that the Wheel of Fortune is changing, is turning, and that there is good fortune. Good fortune will be coming in for you again. Obviously, it's always turning, and the need here is to really remain very balanced. Try and keep your balance, keep your equilibrium with all the big changes that you're experiencing in your life this year, and try and keep everything afloat. I think that's going to be what you're really focused on at that time. But this is a very peaceful, balanced energy. So I feel like I was saying earlier actually that if that is you with the single mother energy, that you are actually really making your career work for you so you can provide. And I feel here it's like you are actually achieving that balance. So your overall advice is clarified by the Seven of Swords. This Seven of Swords is talking about going about things in not necessarily the most straightforward way. It's not the tried and tested straight route that many people might take to achieve the same thing. It's kind of calling for to be quite strategic, quite clever, and it can be about sneaky behavior for sure, or deception or that kind of thing, but like ulterior motives, I always say with this particular Seven of Swords. So in terms of your advice, I feel like it's more like saying you're not going to believe that where you end up from when you're going through it. So it's like that you may be going through some sort of major ending or transformation in your love life, and you're like, this is going to only end up one way, and then you end up actually in this incredibly happy, positive, like breathing new light into your life with the sun. And it's kind of like, trust the process, and it may involve like a weird route to your success that you didn't actually imagine. It's an odd message, I know. In your work life, so January to March, is clarified by the Hierophant, which is your energy, Taurus. So this is, again, I mean, I know this Hierophant is called the priest here, but this is talking about, you know, the sanctity of very, the wise, the kind of like deeply inner faith and wisdom and that kind of thing. It's a very spiritual Hierophant card. But for me, to be honest, it may be that you are gaining wisdom in your workplace, but also that this is about you, Taurus. You're getting noticed, you're going after your future that you want, you're making it happen in your work life, you're really killing it. Now, April, May and June, good. Okay, so there is going to be shocking change. It's probably something you knew was coming, but then look, there's the Ace of Pentacles. So that is a golden opportunity. It could also be the golden opportunity that is actually a major shake-up in your work life. If that is the case, you're going to really need to trust your intuition when that opportunity presents itself about going for it, because it might change everything. And I have to say, I've just noticed you've got the Tower for April, May and June in both love and work. So that is going to be a powerful few months for you, Taurus. July, August and September is clarified by the Page of Wands. So these are, again, this is ideas. This is like spark of what's the word? It's like it's right on the tip of my tongue. Sorry, guys. It's like inspiration. That's it. It's a spark of inspiration, new ideas, and like wanting to make something happen. But I kind of feel like you're feeling pretty down in terms of work at this time because your ideas aren't being listened to. Now, if we think about this, if you have taken on a brand new job in April, May, June, then maybe you're not being listened to just yet because you're very new in the company. That can happen. So just as a pointer, don't lose heart as such. It may just be that your voice isn't being heard yet and you've got all these exciting new ideas. It's very like you're sparking off of people with inspiration, that kind of thing. But just don't lose faith at that time. Now, in October, November and December, there is the Four of Pentacles, which is actually, I have to say, like a sense of it's feeling quite alone, quite isolated, and it kind of, it's talking about, actually, this card about being like left in like a prison of isolation, really feeling this Four of Pentacles we saw at the very beginning, that kind of sense of feeling vulnerable, needing to like protect your assets. So you may also be going through some realization about work, about maybe there's some sort of competition or conflict which might affect your income of some sort. So just, I would say, caution there as well at that time of the year. There is going to be big change, possibly an ending, and you may feel like, oh crap, my money, well, how am I going to, again, like handle this? But you will handle it. It might just be a bit tricky at the end of that year. I feel like it's going to be a tricky end of the year in both places, exactly as I was saying here as well. You're going to need to really balance your funds as well because of what's happening in your personal life. So that could just be an area of concern at that time of year. So your overall advice, though, Taurus, is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. What other card would you want to show up in your work area of life? So This is really positive. I mean, this Ten of Pentacles technically is a marriage card, but if we take that out in a work career reading, the Ten of Pentacles is huge monetary success and abundance here. So I feel like the advice here is there is an opportunity which maybe you thought was gone, coming back in from the past, and with it will actually be bringing a hell of a lot of monetary opportunity for you, which is a chance to really grow your abundance, and like someone who really recognizes your worth, you know, and allows you to flourish. So that's very positive. I'd say overall, Taurus, you're looking at a huge year for you, but there is a lot of unexpected happiness, I would say, coming your way. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave me a comment, like, subscribe to the channel, and in 2021 I'll certainly be doing the monthly love readings. So I'll be back to do January's in not too long from now, but I hope to do other things as the channel grows. So thank you so much for all your support so far. Have an amazing 2021, and I wish you all my best. I'll speak to you soon.